Hello and welcome to a post on closing the loop. When you close a feedback loop in a system designed to measure something, you might converge on the set point of the feedback loop and accidentally measure the set point instead of the thing you want to measure. You might converge on a narrow window filled with noise and decide that a random blip that popped up within the window is the thing you wanted to measure, thus underestimating the error of what you've detected because the effect of the feedback loop has been hidden from those who analyze the blip. This is one danger within hierarchical data analysis structures like those found within high-energy physics, gravitational wave measurements, climatology, astronomy, and any discipline that relies on error propagation within a Bayesian network. Hidden feedback loops also play a big role in the sorts of narratives that people absorb from the media. Consider the famous image of a black hole in distant space taken by the Event Horizon Telescope. The picture showed up on the front page of most major newspapers and magazines last April, almost a year ago. And one group of people might have seen it as a celebration of progress in technology. Another group might have seen it as a representation of corruption of the scientific method or the degeneration of the academic system. The first group is stuck within a closed loop of narrative, and they can't see the effect of the loop on what they understand. The second group is outside of the closed loop of narrative, and they see an effect that those within the loop cannot see. There was an interview I've linked to in the blog post below between Sam Harris and Eric Weinstein, and I see it as an example of in-loop and out-of-loop narratives. Sam Harris represents the establishment narrative. It is the narrative that we are supposed to absorb from the media. He seems like an insider, and Eric Weinstein is playing the role of the skeptical outsider, even though he is also an insider. What I noticed in their interview is how they easily slip into and out of the language of euphemism. We don't really know what they are thinking of when they start talking about certain things, like veal, for example, but they do. This is yet another way in which errors in reasoning can be hidden from people who study the information available on the internet. On one level, Eric and Sam are saying perfectly intelligible things, but on another level, they seem to operate within a closed linguistic loop to which we have no access. We can't know why they are publicly reaching out to free thinkers and skeptics. Are they corralling them in order to control them? Are they trying to infect them with malware that will prevent them from thinking clearly about something that would otherwise upset them? Even if you know about malware in your system, that doesn't change how effective it is. I might know that an advertisement is designed to trick me, but I would still be susceptible to the advertisement. I might know that I've been conditioned to be terrified of certain things, but that won't change how I feel when I see those things. It is hard to control one's own unconscious mind because it exists outside of the feedback loop responsible for our consciousness. It tries to give us advice that will help us survive, but we know better than to listen to that advice all of the time. Sometimes our feelings are poor guides instead of our intellect. At this point, I ask myself if what I'm saying is true, necessary, and kind. I'm not entirely sure, so I should probably stop myself from continuing with this narrative, because the more I pass on suspicions and rumors, the more I turn myself into someone else's useful idiot and contribute to some feedback loop unknown to me. And once that someone or that feedback loop gets what it wants, power usually, the useful idiots like me are usually eliminated in one way or another, or they're just ignored more often. So with that, I'd like to thank you for watching and encourage you to tune in next time. I'd also like you to take a look at my novels because they provide a way to say things that are really hard to say directly. You can say all of those things that are really hard to say out loud. Until next time, thank you for watching.